Hello students, today we are going to take up a very important topic, that is chemical equations and reactions. In this video, we are going to take up very basic information, very important information. Let us start. In this, we would like to discuss about what do you mean by chemical equation, what are the basic things we should know about balancing of chemical equations, and third point we would like to know is that what information is conveyed by the balanced equation, and further type, this is the type of chemical reaction we would like to take in the next video, not now. Okay, so let us start with a basic, very basic thing, that is balancing of chemical equation. So you know that what is a chemical equation? Chemical equation is a shorthand representation. If we want to write the symbol of element, we are writing the symbol. The same manner we are representing a chemical equation, chemical reaction with a chemical equation. Shorthand representation of a chemical change or chemical reaction is called chemical equation. There are two parts, reactants and products. The substance which are present in the left hand side of the reaction, that is called reactants, and on the right hand side, that is products. So if the number of reactants are more, we are differentiating those reactants by positive sign. Let us see. Now in this chemical reaction, there would be atoms, there would be molecules, there would be ions. Let us understand the three different terms. What do you mean by atom? What do you mean by molecule? What do you mean by ions? If I am talking of single O, you know that O means oxygen atom. If I will say O2, O2 means O and 2 is in subscript. So then O2 is not an atom. O2 is a molecule. So what is the difference between atom and molecule? That you should be very clear. If I say single nitrogen, then is an atom. If I say N2, then it is a molecule. Similarly, if I say carbon C, if I say hydrogen H, that are atoms. If I combine these two, carbon and hydrogen, I may get methane, that is CH4. CH4 is a molecule. So please try to understand that what is the difference between atom and molecule. If molecules are there, you are not going to change into atoms in the chemical reaction. This is very important point. Now coming to the ions. Let us take the case of sodium, where the symbol is Na. One is Na and one is Na plus. Plus means what? That is a charge. If any atom is having charge over it, that is called ion. And the charge can be of two types, positive or negative. Positive means cation and negative means anion. So now, why the chemical reactants are converted to product? Because the change is taking place. The change in terms of what? Change in terms of heat absorbed or heat release. Change in terms of state change, solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Change in terms of new products are formed. So these are bringing. How it takes place? There is a rearrangement of bonds. Bonds means the force of attraction between atoms. There are rearrangement of bonds. Like for example, carbon plus hydrogen gas give rise to methane. So there is rearrangement of bonds. Earlier there was no bond between carbon and hydrogen. Now there is bond between carbon and hydrogen. So this is the basic thing, that why the reactions are taking place. Now symbols. This is very important point we need to remember. As I have told earlier to you that if more than two reactants are there, you will separate the reactants by positive sign, plus sign, or it could be in the product side also. Just now, for example, if you take methane plus oxygen, so two reactants means plus sign we have used. Similarly, arrow is used in between the reactant and the product, means arrow represent the change from reactant to products. Okay, double-headed arrow, one forward, one backward, over and above. So this is reversible. The meaning for that is reversible. Similarly, S represent in the subscript, S represent solid, and in the subscript if L is written, then it is liquid. If G is written, that means gas. If AQ is written, AQ means aqueous state. Aqueous means water state. Water state means solution. For example, if I am writing NaCl, that you know, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride means salt, but when you dissolve in water, it becomes solution, and water was the solvent, so therefore aqueous. Then we will write NaCl aqueous if it is in the solution form. If it is in the solid form, then we will write NaCl bracket solid. Similarly, gas. For example, ammonia can be gas, ammonia can be liquid also. When we write NH3 gas, so it will be in the gaseous state. If we will make it a liquid by changing the pressure or temperature, the gas can be changed to liquid. So similarly, we will write NH3 liquid. Fine. So I think you have understood about this five symbols. Next is about triangle. So this triangle means heat. Application of heat. For example, some reaction requires heat. Let us say calcium carbonate give rise to calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So calcium carbonate itself cannot change it to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. We have to give the heat for that. So the symbol represents heat. Similarly, arrow, upward arrow. Upward arrow means there is a gas formation. For example, if you say carbon plus oxygen give carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is a gas. We can represent by upward arrow. Similarly, if I say I am having the reaction AgNO3 plus HCl give rise to AgCl. So AgCl is what? AgCl is a precipitate. So precipitate we have to show with the downward arrow. So these are the symbols used for the chemical equation representation. Okay, so now, this is the reaction. Now left hand side, how many reactants are there? There are 2 reactants. So what is the state? Nitrogen is solid in nature and oxygen is gas in nitrogen is solid state here is specified, but normally nitrogen is gas state. Gas state because nitrogen cannot be as such exist in the solid state because very low temperature is required for that. This is just given for understanding. Okay, S means solid, oxygen means gas. These are subscripts. And the coefficient means whatever is present before the atom or molecule. So see now nitrogen, there in the coefficient is 1 only. Nothing is there, it means 1. Oxygen, you know, oxygen. This is not oxygen atom, this is oxygen molecule. So what is the coefficient? It is 2. So it means 2 mole of oxygen and 1 mole of nitrogen. So this is combining. The arrow is there. If catalyst is there, we will write above the arrow. And the product would be the NO2 here. Here the product is NO2. So NO2 is, if you see the coefficient 2 is written, it means 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide gas is formed. So the bracket, the G represents the state of matter, that is gas. Okay, so this is the reactant products and the states of matter and the moles. So this information is there. Now balancing of chemical equation. Now see, for a balancing chemical reaction, we need to know that the number of atoms on the left hand side and right hand side should be same. This is the main thing. I am not talking of molecules should be same. I am talking of atoms should be same. Now let us see this equation. Hydrogen plus oxygen water. This is a balanced chemical equation. But the states of matters are not written. No problem. Okay. So now hydrogen. Hydrogen is an atom or molecule here. So molecules are. Okay. 2 moles of hydrogen. Whatever is the coefficient, it means moles. Okay. And 1 mole of oxygen. Oxygen is atom or molecule? Yes, molecule. So please remember that atom and molecule you should be very clear. Now H2O. H2O is atom or molecule? Molecule, sir. Now the point is, whenever I am checking, whenever I am seeing that whether this reaction is balanced or not, what I have to check is whether the number of atoms are same or not. Now we know that hydrogen molecule 2 moles. 2 is in the front. 2 are the coefficient. So H2 means 2 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen. Similarly O2, 2 into 1, 2. So it means 4 hydrogen atoms, 2 oxygen atom. Now right hand side if you check, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. So exactly this is a balanced chemical equation. So we have to check the total number of atoms in the reactant side should be equal to total number of atoms in the product side. Okay. So now the basic thing is you should be very clear about the molecules. Here what are the examples given? H2O2, N2, F2, Cl2, Br2, I2. These are the examples of molecules. And which molecules? Diatomic molecules. There may be triatomic molecule like ammonia. There may be ozone, triatomic molecule. There may be tetratomic molecule like P4. There may be octatomic molecule like sulfur acid. So we need to be careful about the polyatomic molecule. These are diatomic molecule. Some are monatomic also, like helium. Helium cannot form He2. Okay. Similarly, now for the balancing chemical equation, first of all you have to we should be aware how to write the molecular formula. Now, for example, their formula is given H3PO4. We know that this is phosphoric acid. How it came, you should be aware of. How it came, you have understood about how to make the molecular formula. How phosphate, what is the valency? Phosphate valency is 3 and hydrogen valency is 1. If you cross multiply, what you will get? H3PO4. This is the point. You have to start from the very beginning. How to make molecular formula. If you are aware of how to make molecular formula, you can very well balance any equation. Now, let us see polyatomic ions. Let us say ammonium. That is a polyatomic ion. NH4 plus. So, if I write the formula of ammonium sulfate, what I should write? NH4 plus 1 is the valency, sulfate 2 is the valency, cross multiply, NH4 bracket twice and sulfate. So, this is the small things we should keep in mind. You should keep the pen and paper with you and write. If something is not able to understand, just write and check. Okay, fine. Now, next thing is we have to balance in such a manner that coefficient should have the minimum value. It's not like that. For example, in this equation, let us say 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen and 2 water molecules. You can multiply by 2 also, like 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 4 water. Although that also balance. But we have to see that simplest number are required, minimum possible number in the coefficient are required in the balanced chemical equation. Okay, subscript should never be changed while balancing an equation. For example, this is the most common error students used to do. For example, here in this equation, hydrogen plus oxygen, what student will do? They will cut the 2 in the subscript and put in the front. That is wrong. You cannot change the molecule and change into atom. Very wrong. This cannot be accepted. Okay, be careful for that. The point here, subscript should never be changed into while balancing a chemical equation. Now, fractional coefficient into a whole number. For example, there is a fractional coefficient like 1 by 2. So you cannot write like 1 by 2, 1 by 3. So if it is this case, 1 by 2 is coming, you have to multiply full equation by 2. If 1 by 3 is coming, multiply full equation by 3. This is the way we have to deal. Okay, now, so I would like to take up certain equations. Let us say this is the equation, Mg plus O2 MgO. How to do that? First we have to check how many magnesium atoms are in the left hand side. That is 1. And right hand side how many? 1. Fine. Now O2, you don't change into O2 atom. This is a molecule, let it be molecule. But right hand side there is an atom. No problem. What do you have to do? Right left hand side, how many oxygen how many molecules are there? 1 molecule. One molecule contain how many atoms? 2 atoms. So it means magnesium 1 atom, oxygen 2 atoms. So right hand side you have to multiply by 2. Now balance. Atoms are balanced. But now magnesium is changed now. Right hand side 2 magnesium atoms are there. But left hand side only 1 magnesium. You will multiply by 2 here. So this is the way how to balance the equations. So after that we have to check whether left hand side, right hand side again atoms are same. Atoms I am talking of. I am not talking of molecules. Please do remember that. Okay, next equation is this way also question can come. Earlier as such chemical equation was given to you. It's not that mandatory that the chemical they will not do in the word form. They can ask you in the word form like that. Calcium chloride and iron 3 sulfate. So react to form a precipitate. Now you understood about the precipitate. Downward arrow. Calcium sulfate and iron 3 chloride solution. Let us write. So you know formula. Calcium valency is 2. Chlorine valency is 1. Cross multiply CaCl2. Similarly iron 3 valency, sulfate 2 valency. Cross multiply Fe2SO4 thrice. Similarly, calcium sulfate Ca2SO4 2 cross cancelled CaSO4. Similarly, iron 3, chlorine 1, chloride 1 cross multiply FeCl3. So formula you should know how to make the formula. Now you have to balance this. How to balance? You see left hand side how many calcium there? 1. Right hand side how many? 1. Okay, fine, calcium is fine, good. Now chlorine is not balanced. Iron is 2 and iron here is 1. So you have to balance iron. How to balance iron? Left hand side how many iron are there? You are having 2 iron and right hand side 1. So this is also problem. Now chlorine first let us, they have balanced chlorine first, no problem. So 3, they have multiplied by 3. So total chlorine atom is now 6. Now right hand side you have to make 6. So multiply by 2 FeCl3. Now 2 Fe2 is balanced now. Sulfate only left. So sulfate how many? 3 sulfates are there. So you will multiply by 3 calcium sulfate. So similarly now 3 calcium you will multiply by 3 here. So this way balanced chemical equation you will get. And this way. So total number of reactant and product this should be same. So this is a hit and trial method. This method is known as hit and trial. Now you just see butane. Butane, complete combustion. So complete combustion butane formula you will come to know more about in 10th. So far no problem. Butane you should be knowing that this is a gas used in the LPG cylinders, and C4H10. Now this is the reaction, undergo complete combustion. This is exothermic reaction. Okay. So now you have to check left hand side how many hydrogen carbon are there? 4. Right hand side 1. So you can multiply by 4 and balance that. Now hydrogen how many there? 10. So this side 2 are there. So multiply by 5. So now then check oxygen. This way we have to do. Okay. So now once this is the best thing. Earlier, very important thing now I am going to discuss next. Now right hand side check the oxygen. 4 into 2 8. 8 plus 5 13. And this side this side only 2. So how to balance that? This is 2 is there. So how I will make it 13? 13 is not a even number. So how to do? If you multiply by 6 it should be 12. If you multiply by 7 it would be 14. So 13 how you get? So what you have to do is 13 by 2 you can do. 13 by 2 or 6.5 whatever is there. 13 by 2 when you will do, what will happen? You are having denominator as 2. So multiply the full equation by 2, your problem is solved. Okay. So this is the equation. More practice you will do, more learning will be there for the balancing of equation. So that's all for today. And I feel that you have to do more practice for balancing a chemical equation. It will be more advantage. Thank you very much.